We're going to ask our best friend Jesus to bless us, to bless our minds, our hearts, to feel all this vibration here, to feel the teachings we're going to bring today. We're going to talk about love. And the first question is, what is love for us? What is love? John, the apostle, he said, God is love. If God is love, if we are son of God, we are loved too. Inside of us, we are loved. But what is love? If we are loved, if the love is inside of us, why we not still feel love? Why we still hungry for love? Why sometimes with depression, we sick in our minds, in our body? Why? Love is the most powerful energy of the world. It's the love. It's inside of us. But why we cannot find this love inside of us? So the time of Jesus, when Jesus was here teaching, somebody asked him, a doctor asked him, Jesus, which one is the most great command? Jesus said to him, you shall love your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. This is the first one. The second one, similar to this. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Oof. It's very tough for us. It's very tough to understand this. And the Spiritism brings to us some thoughts for us, teaching us, if you want to discover this, if you want to understand this, you have to read this to the end, to the beginning. The first thing, we cannot love God if you don't love our neighbor. It's impossible. How can I love somebody? Something I cannot see is God, invisible. How can I love something invisible if I can't love somebody in front of me? How? Então, the first thing we have to do, you must do. If you want to love God, you need to love our neighbor, my friend. I need to love him. He is my bridge to find God, to reach God. He is my way to reach God. My neighbor. That's the first truth. The second truth is I cannot love my brother if I don't love myself. That's impossible. I cannot. Somebody very depression. Why? Depression, some thoughts, negative thoughts in our minds. Why? Because we don't have love. We don't love ourselves. Self-pity. We think we are self-pity like this. I'm nothing. I'm nothing. Have you seen somebody like this? We see a lot. That's the second thought. You need to love ourselves. But the question is, how can I love myself? Some people are going to say, this is selfishness. Love yourself. That's selfishness, eh? No. love ourselves. How can I love myself? I'm going to give everything good for myself. Everything good for myself. But what is good for me? What is good? What is good? That's the big question. Which way brings us to something good? That's the thing. We need to give things good for us. Example, here now. We left our homes to be here, to learn something. We give something good for ourselves. This time we love ourselves. Some people say, I love myself. But when you see the way they live, they show us they don't love themselves. They hate themselves. How can I love myself if I take a cigarette? Killing myself. My cells. How can I love myself like that? When I take a nice Scotch or a Corona and drink and everything goes in my stomach, burn everything in my stomach. How can I love myself like that? This is love myself. How can I love myself if I say, I don't forgive? I hate. I don't forgive. I don't love myself. But I love myself. I give everything for myself. I work 18 hours a day to give everything good for myself. 16 hours, 14 hours. I have my nice house, apartment, a nice house in Florida to go in the summer, in the winter time. This is for myself. I have a nice cars, BMW, Mercedes, Corvettes. For myself. You see a lot of people say that. I have a big house, rooms, bathrooms, screen TV, everything. But in the end of the day, we are sad, lonely. Why? Because the body is not ourselves. We are more than the body. Everything we give, cars, house, money, everything is for the body. Everything is material. Everything I see, everything I thought, this is going to be here. It's going to stay here when I die. When I die, this is going to be here. This is an illusion. Illusion. What is essential to me? The essential is what I cannot see. Invisible. What is invisible is essential to me, to myself. But what is essential? Can I see love? Can I see forgive? I cannot see that. But this is essential to me. All the thing outside is illusion. We try to find our happiness, and think outside. Things outside. Because inside we are empty. Not us here, the people outside. The other centers. It's more trouble over there. Here everybody is high spirit. Yes, my friend? But we are empty. We are lonely. We have talked to a lot of people in the Spiritism. They have husband, kids. They have mother, everything here, but they still lonely. Why? Because we are missing ourselves. We are missing ourselves. That's the problem. We need to find ourselves. We need to find ourselves. How can I find myself? Outside, in the silence, I can find myself. Silence. When I silence, I can feel my body. I have a body. And I can feel myself. And after that, I'm going to start to ask for myself, who am I? That's the great question, yes? Who am I? Some people say, I'm the body. I'm many. In English, I'm many. I'm many. I'm not many. I'm just part of the reincarnation. I'm more than many. I'm more than this body. If I start to think I'm this body, I die fast. I die with my body. And I'm gonna be in trouble on the other side. Who am I? Close the bathroom. Go to the mirror. See yourself and ask, who am I? Did you guys do this before? I do sometimes. I close my bathroom because my wife say he's crazy. He started to talk to himself. But look to the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? The answer is going to start to bring to our concept. I am a spirit. That's it. I am a spirit. It's not that's it. When you discover yourself, when you discover you are a spirit, you start to live like a spirit in the body. We start to live in this body, have experience in this body. Not have a body, have experience, a spiritual experience. We are the owner of the body. I control my cells. I control my brain. My body gets sick if I want. This is proof today. The science have proved this today. We get our body sick. When I start to say, I have a cancer, I have a cancer, I have a cancer, the cancer is going to appear somewhere. Because I create this where, in my mind, me, spirit, create this in the body. I'm more than the body. I'm spirit. That's why we are loved. We are loved because you are the spirits. Emmanuel, he said, inside of us have a divine code. Oh my God. Divine code. We are co-creator. We are co-creators. One day, we're going to co-create planets, stars, like Jesus. When you read the book, The Path of the On the Way to the Light, we see that. Jesus co-created the earth. Inside of us, we have one Jesus sleeping, lazy. But he's there. Inside of us, we have one Mother Teresa, sleeping. Albert Einstein is inside of us. Albert Einstein. But we don't believe. We believe we are self-pity, the worst of the world. God forgot about me. I suffer. People like that. But we forgot we are Son of God. Son of God. We are the owner for all the universe. The stars, the planets belong to us. Have you thought about this? I cry sometimes. I see some people fight because divorce. I want this car, I want the house, I want the kids, I want this. You are the owner of the universe. The universe belongs to us. Because we are Son of God. But we need to believe in ourselves. We need to believe the power we are. We need to believe we are co-created. That's why we need to believe. We need to believe we are love. We can express love. We can give love. We can receive love. We need to believe this. But you need to find what is essential. What is essential is invisible. You cannot see. You cannot touch. Feelings, thoughts. You cannot see. You cannot touch. When we discover ourselves, the next step is love our neighbor. Have you thought about this? Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your mother-in-law as yourself. Yes? Why mother-in-law, eh? They are so good. Love your husband as yourself. Love your wife as yourself. Love your kids as yourself. Your sons as yourself. Love your enemy as yourself. Oof. How am I going to love my enemy? As yourself. Love our neighbor. It's very difficult to do this, my friends. A lot of people, they talk with us in a fraternal council. We see the most problem we have is because we ignore our neighbors. We ignore love. We want to be love. We want to be love. We don't want to become a lovers. When I become a lover, I feel love everywhere. But when I want to somebody love me, I need somebody to love me. I can feel this because I'm not loving. I just feel love when I become a lover. This way I feel love. That's why some marriage have problems. Wife and husband, girlfriend and boyfriend, son and daughters, Why, devil? Because we want to be loved, not love. We don't want to serve somebody. That's the great. When you become a lover, you want to serve everybody else. You are in the train, you look everywhere, everybody sit. Okay, that's okay, let me sit. But if you look for a love, you sit, you don't see nobody else. If the old guy come, you never stand up to him to sit down, to give you a seat for him. Because we are selfishness. But when you become a love, our eyes is different in the world. When I go to the bank, I open the door, and I see who's come next. Because I feel, I want to be served. I want to serve. That's the very different, that's a challenge for us. Serve. Because you want to be served. Jesus said, I have come to be served. I have come to serve. Jesus Christ. Imagine us. Love our neighbor. How difficult it is to love our neighbor, my friends. Sometimes we look for the perfect people to love. The perfect friend. The perfect wife. The perfect husband. We're never going to find. Because we are not perfect. This planet is not perfect. We cannot find this kind of person here in the world. Where is the love? Love our neighbors. We see all in a society, we afraid to love. They said 1 million people here in New York is single. 1 million. Not us here, okay? Outside. 1 million is single because they are afraid to love. Not him. They are afraid to love. Because love is a challenge. Be with another person is a challenge. Imagine you wake up with the same people, the same guy, the same woman for 40 years, 50 years. It's crazy. You have to be crazy. Yes. But a lot of people, the option today, be single. We have high numbers today, the depressions here in the United States. Depression. Because they don't have somebody to talk, to feel. We need somebody to bite, to hang, we need somebody to fight. We need. We cannot live alone. We cannot survive alone. That's why the high numbers of the depressions. Because we ignore love. We ignore love. One day, one lady, young lady, she asked me, she told me, Manuel, I have a boyfriend, but we have a problem. I said, what's the matter? He got another girl? Because this is normal today, yeah? A guy have 3 or 4. No, he's very honest. Fight? No, he's very good. So what's the problem? Because he cared me too much. Oh my God. He called me all the time. Where are you? Come to my house. I got something good for you. He called me, baby, I love you. I can't. Why? He tried to tell you he loves you. But she refused to be loved because she doesn't love herself. When she started to talk, then her life, her daddy left her. She was young. The mother did the same, left her with the grandma. And she was empty of love, the father and mother. Father and mother. And inside of her, she created a world. Me, I, and myself. Nobody loves me. If my father, if my mother left me, who's going to love me? Anybody. Nobody's going to love me. And I told her, you need to forgive your father, your mother. Go on. Go over. And in the Mother's Day, she called me. I have a problem. Crying. I want to call my mother in Brazil. But I have a lot of things to tell her. I don't know if she's going to listen to me. What you want to tell her? What you want to tell her? She said everything she has done with me. She left me. I'm hungry for love today. Because she left me. I said, do you know who's your mother? No. Do you know who you are now? Look yourself and look her. All the teaching you have today, the spiritual teaching you have today. Call her and forgive her. I can't forgive her. Call her. Just listen to her. And start to do this. To dig out all this negative thoughts in your mind. Feelings in your heart. Your heart. She started to do this. And she started to feel better with her boyfriend. Because she refused to love herself. Another day, another beautiful girl, 19 years old. Oh my God. She's ready to go to the college. She came to talk with me. Her mother bring her. And she said, I hate my reincarnation. In English. Oh my God. I hate my reincarnation. And I said, why you hate reincarnation? Because I hate my mother. She said, my God. I hate my mother. We start to talk. And I said, now bring the mother. Let me see what the mother is going to say. And the mother said, Manny, I can't live with her. I hate her. I said, my God, what is this? What is this? That's a critical. She said, Manny, I'm count the days to be alone, to her to leave to the college. Because I can't stay with her. You know what is this? We refuse to love. Because we want to hate. We want bad feelings in ourselves, inside of us. This is not from this reincarnation. This is from another reincarnation, my friends. Because they met now. This incarnation, the other incarnation. they got trouble. They refuse to love, to give love, to receive love. That's why we need to love our neighbors. Love our neighbors. Give our neighbors the best what we want somebody to give to us. Where are you going to start this? In our house, in our home, with our kids, with our wives, with our friends, our dogs, cats, whatever. Start home. If you marry, wake up in the morning, Sunday morning, do a nice breakfast and take to the bed to your wife. That's good.
That's awesome.
Yes. One friend did. He did all this stuff, put everything, coffee and bread, everything. When she saw, she said, "What do you want?" And she took the coffee, she said, "Drink first." Because she didn't believe he cannot do that. That's crazy. Flowers. Bring flowers. If your wife, if you don't know how to cook something for husband. Buy something. He said, "I cook." Go somewhere, buy some stuff, and take home. I did. My men, they don't know where the food comes from. They just want to eat something. But lovers, this is love our neighbors. Sometimes we think my neighbor is in Africa, in Haiti. Our neighbor is very close to us. My daughter is my first neighbor. Today we see in the society, kids, 18, 14 years old, 13 years old, try to suicide. Drugs. Why this? Alcohol. Because we refuse to love our kids, to get contact with them, hang, talk, feeling. Feel them. Look in the eyes and say, "I love you, my daughter. I love you." Hang. Nice hang. That's what we need in our homes. That's why a lot of kids today use drugs. Because they are empty inside. They want to show up outside. I am alive. I am alive. Please help me. Please help me. I am alive. Because they are not receiving love in their home. Because we refuse to love. Love is the most powerful force of the universe. It's inside of us, love. After we love our neighbors in our home, we go outside. We go outside. We're going to love our brothers here in the center. We're going to love people suffer in the nursing homes, hospitals. It's the best way to feel love when you love. When you go to the nursing homes, in the morning we went today in the nursing home, I saw something very powerful. If I read 10 books. I cannot find that. She's around 50 to 60 years old. She went to the nursing home because she has a problem in the leg. She lost her leg, diabetes. She started to live in the nursing home. After 6 months, she opened her eyes. She didn't see nothing. She was complete blind. And we start to talk to her in the morning today. Her name is Luz Divina. We call her Luz Divina, Divine Light. We ask, how are you today? She said, wonderful. Wonderful. She's Spanish. She's from Colombia. That's wonderful. This place is wonderful. I said, oh my God. God is wonderful to me. We say, why? Because a lot of people over there didn't have nothing to eat. Nobody to care. No family. I have you guys. You are my family. I said, oh my God. What is that? This love. We went to give love. We receive love. We went to counsel. We receive counsel. That's the power of the love. But we refuse not love. We're scared to be a lover. Because they said, if I do this, everybody's going to take advance on me. Yes. But love. Love. Just loving and love. When you see Francisco de Assis, Francesco, I don't know what can I say in English, Francesco de Assis, Francis de Assis. He used to be a rich family. But he felt empty. He felt he needed to do something different. He left everything. All that belongs. Money. The possession. He went to the streets to see the poor people. He left it. He gave everything he has. One day he was walking the street. A man extended his hand and asked for something. He said, I don't have nothing. I gave everything I had. He said, no, I have something. He took in his pocket the last coin and put it in the hand of the man, and he left. The man still stand. He said, no, I gave everything I have. And he stopped, and he felt something different. He said, I have something to him. He closed his eyes. He said, I have myself. He reached the man and hung and felt the man. He started to cry and see Jesus in the man's face. See, yes, friends, it's me. It's me. That's love. Mother Teresa de Calcutta. One day she was in the street. One man was half dead. She went to him And she started to take care of him, to clean him. And he said, who you are? Who you are? Which is your God? She said, you. Which is your religion? Love. Love is my religion. Our religion is love. Our religion is love. Without love, we cannot express what Jesus said, what the apostles read. We cannot. Only love can help us to improve ourselves, to give ourselves to the others. This guy, he's crazy. How can I give myself to the others? I heard something very powerful. His name is John Maxwell. He's a pastor. He said, first you find yourself. You find yourself. After you find yourself, you lose yourself. He says, rapaz, oh, this guy is crazy. I find myself, and now I lost myself. I did not understand what he said, and he started to explain it. He said, when you find yourself, when you find your purpose for life. Where's my purpose for life? Where's my purpose for life? That's when you find yourself. You lose yourself when your purpose is bigger than you. Oh my God. Bigger than you. When you find love in yourself, you lose yourself. Because now you belong to the universe. The universe. Now you belong to God. That's why they call Jesus Son of God. Why? Because this. Pure spirit. Direct contact with God. He knows God. He drinks coffee with God. That's why. The Son of God. Because he connects himself with the universe. The most powerful force of the universe. Love. That's why he connects. That's why we are here. We are here to do this. To connect ourselves with love. With love. That's the only way, my friends. The only way to be happy is love. It's find love in ourselves. After you love your brother, you love your neighbor, now you're going to love God. Oh my God. Now you're going to start to feel God everywhere. Francesco de Assis. Francis de Assis. He talked with these birds, the fish. He feel God everywhere. Why? Because the love starts to. The love starts to expressing us in himself. He starts to see God everywhere. Chico Xavier. Chico. He respects the ant, the cucarachas. Why you respect the animals, the plants? Why? Because you learn to respect our neighbor. Because we start to connect ourselves with God, with the laws. Because in the Gospel, according to the Spiritism, chapter 11, they said, love is a law. A law. If love is a law, this love is in us, because all the laws is where? What is the laws?
Our conscience.
Our conscience. The love is inside of us. Jesus, he was the most expression of love in the world, in the earth. When we see the gospel, we can find a lot of teachings, Jesus. But one of those is when Jesus was coming from Jericho, near to Jericho, a blind man called him. The multitude was surrounding Jesus. And he started to scream loud, Jesus, Son of David, mercy on me. The multitude said, please, keep quiet. Don't bother the master. But he started to scream more loud. Jesus, Son of God, mercy on me. And Jesus felt him. Felt his voice. Felt his feelings. And Jesus said, bring him. Call him. When he was in the front of Jesus, Jesus asked him a question. What do you want me to do for you? He said, I want to see. Jesus passed his hand and he opened his eyes. He saw the most beautiful face we never have seen before. The most beautiful eyes he never have seen before. That is Jesus' face. That's a tough, that's a profound for us. Jesus is still asking us, because we all the time asking Jesus, help us, help us, help us. Jesus asks, what do you want you to do? Me to do for you? What? Sometimes we ask things in this world, material things. But we need more than this. We need to see, not this vision, the physical vision, the spiritual vision, the spiritual eye, to see. We need not this heart, the physical heart, but the spiritual heart, to feel people. A lot of people outside, my brothers, is hungry for love. Is hungry for just one word. You can. Don't give up. You can. We bring this today, these teachings, to us to, when you go home, meditate a little bit and forgive myself, because it's my first speech in English. It's my first in English. And may Jesus bless us, help us to find this beautiful person we are, to take out for ourselves the pity, that's the pity spirit we are sometimes, but to make us Son of God, the expression of love, co-creator of the universe. Thank you.